The mysterious DeVal 16. Hey guys, welcome back to 6 Cars. We are inside the legendary Petersen Automotive Museum in Los Angeles. Going to be doing a quick tour of everything that's around. There's so much to see. Just so many pristine cars, amazing exhibits. I mean, just a casual Bugatti Type 57 sitting in the middle. We're going to walk through everything, check out some of the best stuff. So stick around. So we're starting the movie car section. So we've got Timeless Classic here. The Back to the Future DeLorean. Looks like the flux capacitors and everything is running. You can see everything's intact there. The date is set for 1985. It's pretty crazy looking. It's nice and burnt at the back too. Looks like they've been doing some time traveling. So we've got a Lexus LC500 here too. That has actually been clawed and shot at from the Black Panther. So these aren't stickers. The car has actually been literally torn into. That's pretty crazy. Holes right through the hood. On the roof too. That's pretty nuts. They don't mess around, Hollywood. Okay, we've got some classics like the original Batmobile. We've got an IOI transport from one of my favorite movies, Ready Player One. Yeah, you can see over here Ghostbusters. But if we walk around the corner, look at this crazy rat rods. I think that's Mad Max Fury Road. But this, come on, this is what we all came to see from the movie section. Lightning McQueen in the flesh. Are you kidding me? Sticker, yeah, the Ka-Chow sticker might have seen some better days, but there he is, fresh from the Piston Cup. Lightning McQueen, everybody. Some cool cars here. This is the Hot Wheels edition Ford Mustang for any fellow Forza Horizon players. This is the actual car in the flesh. A giant handbrake there. Super cool, yeah, the rear diffuser is really awesome. That's a pretty cool looking car. And really cool looking Daytona here. This is the P70. That was actually co-designed with Carroll Shelby. Just a crazy looking old style like Le Mans car. The windshield is completely flat. Almost no purpose to it at that point. But just look at how bare bones and raw everything is. Crazy. And the cylinder heads are right behind your engine, that big V8. We've got a couple special electric hypercars here. This is the Pininfarina Battista, which I'm sure we're all pretty familiar with. It's about 1900 horsepower, I believe. And it's their first like actual Pininfarina badged car, not just one they designed for another company. Super cool. But then over here is like one that's maybe a little less known. This is the Faraday F01 concept, which is just ballistic. It almost looks like a Le Mans hypercar of the future with that shark fin on the back, and you've got this canopy opening mechanism, almost reminiscent, if anyone's familiar with the KTM Crossbow GT4 race car, very similar to that. But then look at the cockpit.
Step up here.
That is just crazy. I mean, the pedals and everything are exposed to you. That is something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Look at that. Just insane. For the hot rod fans, there's no shortage of old Ford Deuce Roadsters here. They're all so different. There's so many custom jobs here. What's really cool about this exhibit, I mean, just look at all the chrome and everything. Crazy. But what's really cool about this exhibit is you've got a couple actual lifts here, or a couple of these crazy ones. This is a Chip Foose designed Ford Roadster. Then up top we've got just an absolute classic. If this is, you want to say hot rod, I think Orange with Flames is probably one paint style that comes to mind, obviously. This one is aptly named Orange Twist. To go back this way, more Flames, traditional hot rod paint scheme. And that green one's pretty. Now we're in the hypercar room. This is something that people travel a long way to come and see, these hypercars. We got things like the Hennessy MF5, the elusive, the mysterious DeVal 16 from Dubai, a car that claims it has 5,000 horsepower. I'll believe it when I see it. Here's a car that's a lot more believable, the Koenigsegg Regera, the single gear Koenigsegg hypercar. And over here, we've got the black McLaren Speedtail. Parked up in front of that is the Neo EP9, which for a very long time had the production car lap record, not the mass-produced production car, but just I think it's under a certain amount of units. It's not considered mass production, so it's not classified like the Aventador SVJ or the 918, anything like that. But it's still counted. It was the fastest. I think it still is the fastest EV as well. It's the Neo EP9. In front of that, another crazy electric hypercar. It's the Rimac Concept 1. Let's see, we've got a classic here. We've got the Veyron Vitesse. And then one that's maybe not as well known, the Araya FXE Concept, which looks really cool. Looks like a classic hypercar silhouette. We've got the full carbon Lamborghini Centenario here. Looks really good with the blue trim. And then last but not least, right here, we have the special edition, the new Celine S7, right? They built a handful of these to commemorate the Celine S7 in 2018. So it looks pretty much the same, sort of like the old S7 competitions, but it actually is in fact a new Celine, the 2018 S7 Special Edition with the extra aero bits, roof scoop, rear wing. Wicked. And this is probably my favorite room, the McLaren room. Obviously a huge McLaren Formula 1 and sports car fan, so you see some of these old Can-Am cars, the original McLaren road car, the M6 GT from 1969. And just nuts. Formula 5000 car. No shortage of coolness here. And this is really special. This was Fernando Alonso's McLaren Formula 1 car from his, what was supposed to be his final Grand Prix before he came out of retirement. But that's why it has the special tri-colored paint scheme on the back for his helmet colors. But yeah, this was used for his last Grand Prix in Abu Dhabi. It's the MCL 33. Very cool. We've got the destroyed Aston Martin DBS down there. It can only mean one thing. This is the James Bond section of the Petersen Museum. So we're going to go downstairs and check this one out next. So what a cool exhibit it is. They've got all the James Bond movie posters from Connery to Craig, surrounded by all of 007's greatest cars. Got the DB5, of course, that everybody knows. Just a classic.
Same one.
Got the old AMC Hornet. Just a eclectic collection of cars here that James Bond has had. But this is probably one of the coolest ones. The underwater, the submarine Lotus Esprit S1, codenamed Wet Nelly. It's just crazy cool to see that car in person. Yeah, check it out back here. All the turbines on the back. That powers James Bond through the water in the Esprit. Yeah, a couple of BMWs. We've got the old 7 Series with the missiles hidden in the sunroof. That's classic. Got the BMW Z8 here. Now here's some special Aston Martin stuff here. We've got the destroyed DBS, complete with bullet holes in the glass. Door missing, all the body panels just crumbling. Kept intact from the action scenes from the movies. Pretty crazy. Now over here we've got the V12 Vanquish with all of the goodies. These incredibly detailed machine guns sticking up out of the vents of the car. Just really creative designs from the movie teams. The missiles hidden in the grille. And then we pop around the corner. We have the special Aston Martin DB10, which was made especially just for the James Bond films. And obviously created the design for the new Vantage that we all know today. Pretty cool. Yeah, so welcome to the lobby of the Petersen Museum here. We've got the Apollo IE. Some of these are protective film solutions, but there's way too many people. At least we can get a clear look at it now, just how crazy it is. This paint scheme is insane. Got the Laraki Sahara, which is a Moroccan hypercar. Only commissioned for the Prince of Morocco. And over here we've got a couple classics. La Ferrari Aperta. And the track-going counterpart. The FXXK Evo. Nice, especially that dark red accents. Just look amazing on this car.